Hi friends, welcome to Techno Leadership Insights. Today, I'll share with you some ideas on how to change mindset of people. Have you ever been in an argument where you knew you were right? You made convincing arguments, still other person was not convinced. Instead of accepting your argument, they continued to argue. Were you frustrated at the way discussion was going? Now consider this. Have you ever come across a situation where you were a silent spectator to a heated argument between two people? How did it go? Did it appear like a tennis match between the two, where each was waiting for other to finish talking so that he or she get a chance to hit right back? Each continue with the play, hoping other will stop hitting back and they will win? Why does this happen? Why is it so hard to convince other people, even when we seemingly have perfect solution or perfect arguments to make? This is a common problem seen in many teams. Now, listen to a motivational speaker as she dwells into this challenge and offers some solutions.
I want you to think of a person in your life who you disagree with. Think about a disagreement you've had with that person. You're disagreeing and you're both arguing your cases. But while you're listening to their case, you're probably listening for the opportunity to refute it, rather than listening to understand. And we've all been guilty of this. Because in that moment, what do we all want? We want the other person to change their mind. We want them to listen to us, really listen. We want them to nod their heads a little bit and say, you know what, you're right. But when was the last time you changed your mind? Because what I've learned is just how hard it can be for people to change their minds about something they really believe in, even when they're faced with the facts. It's a skill, and it's a skill most of us could be better at, and we need to be better at. Because it's never just about the facts. Those facts are tied to social issues, which are usually tied to feelings. Those feelings might be tied to our sense of what is right and wrong, to the experiences each of us have had in our lives, and even to our loyalty to our tribes. In our professional lives, accepting a certain fact might require us to change our course. When that change is too challenging a prospect, we might reject the fact outright. Disagreements aren't inherently bad. They're critical to intellectual process. They force us to defend our reasoning, and they spur us on to even better ideas. We don't need to shy away from disagreements when we know how to do them well. So here are a few things you might like to try in your next argument. Make sure you're listening to understand, really listening to understand, and not just listening for the chance to argue back. Engage your sense of curiosity. This can be really fun and interesting. Engage that curiosity and your empathy. It's one thing to know what someone believes, but it's another thing entirely to understand why they believe it. And it's in the why that we have the opportunity to connect. And when it is your turn to speak, take the time to retrace the steps you took to arrive at your conclusion. Try as hard as you possibly can to find at least one point of agreement, no matter how small. And then, of course, share the best evidence you have. And you might want to leave it at that, because changing a mind, whether your own mind or someone else's, will not happen on the spot. Don't try to win the argument. Instead, try to create an environment where the seed of a new piece of evidence might be able to grow.
Do you agree with the speaker? Have you seen discussions often turning into a game of tennis where each try to win over the other? Why it happens? What do you think? Do share your thoughts and experiences in comment section. Thanks for watching. See you next time.